Welcome back to another live and amplified special of the Hoedown Showdown live here at CRS in Nashville, Tennessee. We have a special guest joining us, our fellow Texan. I guess I've been there about 4 years. I can call myself a Texan.
Yeah, you can be a Texan.
My friends get mad at me when I do that, but oh well, it's my show. I'll do what I want. We got Billie Jo Jones. How's it going today?
It's going amazing. It's going really good.
Awesome. How's CRS been treating you so far?
Oh my gosh, CRS is like nothing I've ever experienced before. I got in my room last night and immediately was texting my husband, and my friend was like, "This is the coolest thing I've ever done." Like, I've done some really, really cool stuff in my life, but this has just been awesome.
Nice.
This has been so fun.
So I take it you're still out in Texas, correct?
I am in Texas, but I travel a lot back and forth from Texas to Nashville. My producer is here in Nashville, and so I'm back and forth all the time. So I feel like one day, if I ever come into a bunch of money, I'll have a house here in Nashville and a house in Texas. Would be great.
I have a feeling you're running into the same dilemma I have, where
Yes.
I don't want to leave Texas, but Nashville is just like calling.
I know.
all the time.
I love it. And honestly, I'll tell you a little secret. I never thought that I would even think about moving to Nashville, like moving out of Texas. But the more that I'm here, and the more that doing what I'm doing, like you need to be present in what's going on. And like Texas country music is amazing. I love being a part of that. But my ultimate goal has always been to jump over to the mainstream side of radio. So I feel like being present and maybe moving here one day might be the best thing.
As long as it gets a little bit cheaper, like that's been the big deterrent for me. It's like, not that Waco's super cheap to live in.
Waco's not. Waco's not.
But Nashville is like...
It's super expensive.
So.
It's very expensive to be here.
But so for anybody that doesn't know, we mentioned it a couple times already. You're from Texas. What was it like growing up in, I guess, Northeast Texas, technically? Isn't it?
It is. So it was great. I grew up in a really small town called Emory, Texas.
Okay.
And then I moved about 25 minutes down the road to an even smaller town called Grand Saline, Texas, and that's where I'm based out of right now.
Nice. And so... did your family introduce you to music, or how'd you kind of get introduced to music?
So my grandparents actually raised me since I was 1, and so I grew up listening to what I call the oldies but goodies. So like George Jones, Ray Price, Loretta Lynn, Tammy Wynette, Patsy Cline, all the greats. So I have a lot of traditional country in my blood, and that's kind of what I'm still trying to bring into. You kind of have to cross over to the modern country sound that everybody's wanting, but I'm sneaking in some traditional country in there, like sprinkling it in a little bit. So I'm trying to stay true to my roots.
Fair. It's kind of interesting how country is kind of reverting back to like that 90s sound.
It is, and I love it. I love it so much.
I was telling the last person I had on about I have a love-hate relationship with the 90s country, just because I wasn't exposed to it until I was in college, and that was in like 2012 or so. Yeah. And so, but now it's just kind of there, the hatred's kind of subsided, but love is still there. So
I love it. I've actually got a couple of new songs that'll be coming out on my album that are very 90s country. Like it's a very Jody Messina, I don't know, Faith Hill-ish. Nice. Like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, nice. Speaking of the new album, how are things going with that?
It's going amazing. So I'm getting to work with Kent Wells here in Nashville, which is Dolly Parton's producer. He is phenomenal. He has really pushed and helped me grow as an artist, and has taken the songs that we've wrote and made them just incredible. So there's going to be 10 songs on my my first ever country album. It'll be coming out in June, and we're actually going to do we're only doing limited edition vinyls is what we're releasing. We're not even doing a CD. We're doing a limited edition vinyl and then putting the rest on, Spotify and Apple Music and stuff. Nice. So
I'm going to have to get one of those because I'm all about the vinyl.
Yes, I love it.
I'm making an effort. Whenever I go to a show, if they have vinyl, that's what I'm going to buy.
I've started doing that too. And I have a record player that I like. It's so old. We got it literally on the side of the road and fixed it.
I need to get a better record player because I bought one of those cheap suitcase ones that you can get at Best
They look cool. I mean, they look really cool.
They look cool, but unless you got a sound system to hook it up to, it's really not going to do it. But
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. It's cool though. I enjoy it. I enjoy vinyl. So the fact I love that it's coming back.
Yeah.
And it's like a thing, and I know how expensive it is to press. So whenever I see it, it's like,
yes.
all right, I'll pay the 30, 40, whatever it is.
It's worth it. I mean, it's something that'll last a lifetime, and even if you don't have a record player, like hanging on your wall, like I don't know, it's cool.
It's like a physical piece of art. Is the way I look at it. So
I like that physical piece of art. I like that.
So now with everything going on with the new album coming out, where's kind of your headspace at right now? Are you 100% focused on that, or are you more worried about like playing shows and stuff? Where are you kind of at?
I mean, really all of it. I work my tail off, and I go play shows every single weekend. I either do acoustic or full band shows. I'm really booking a lot more full band shows this year.
Nice.
That was my ultimate goal, was to play more full band. So I mean, we're almost done with the album. Like I have 4 songs left that we just did the music to them 2 days ago, and then I'm gonna come back in another week or two and do my vocals on it. So I'm kind of my head's all over the place. Like I'm a very good multitasker. So we're getting it done. So
nice. How do you keep yourself organized?
Oh man, don't even ask me that. I honestly don't know. And I also have kiddos, and so I'm trying to keep up with their stuff and go to all of their things that they're doing, but still trying to pursue my dream and give them a better life. That's the ultimate goal. I knew I wanted to be a singer since I was a little girl, and now I've got kiddos, and I want to show them that you can, whatever you want to dream or whatever you want to do with your life, like just go for it, just do it. And so it's been amazing. This journey's been amazing. Meeting all of these really awesome people here in Nashville, that's really helped my career. I don't know. I'm so blessed. I'm blessed to be able to do what I love. So
nice. And the fact that you're staying where you're at in Texas for now and still making it work at every level. But then again, where you're at in Texas is actually a really good spot.
It's so good.
Like people don't think about South or Northeast Texas, where it's like, what are you, an hour from Dallas?
Yeah, I'm about an hour from Dallas, so I'm like an hour and a half from the Fort Worth Stockyards, so I play there a lot. It really reminds me of like a mini Nashville, like a mini Broadway when you go to the Stockyards. But there's great music everywhere, and I love going and playing new venues, and I've actually been more focused on playing in Texas, but also venturing out. I've got several out-of-state gigs already for this year, so and I love to travel, so.
Right. I saw you just played a show with Holly Tucker.
I did. Yeah. We did a radio show together.
Nice.
Yeah, I love her.
I saw that's one interview I haven't gotten yet, but every time I reach out to her, she's always like knee deep in something, and it's like, okay, I won't bother you right now.
Yeah.
We'll kind of wait.
No, she's great. She is. I've known her for probably 10 or 12 years. So I love Holly. She's a great singer, great artist, great songwriter. She's got a brand new song that she just debuted the other day on the radio show. Oh my goodness. Nice. So good.
That's cool. That's really cool. It's crazy how big yet small the Texas music scene is. Like the Texas country scene is. Cause I was looking, so we've played your music on the show several times.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you.
Mainly through 2023
awesome.
Is been kind of the big push, and this was one of the interviews I was really looking forward to, because it was like, okay, I know who she is. I've never talked to her, never interviewed her, but I've really been looking forward to this interview.
That's awesome.
So really
well, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So outside of music, as we kind of wrap this up, what do you like to do? What do you do in your free time to kind of relax?
What is relaxing? What is that? No, I mean, honestly, I love to watch sports. So, like, I'm a big sports fan. I love football. I love baseball. My kiddos are in sports. So I like to go watch them play. My son is a really good basketball player. He's 12, and he wants to be an NBA star so bad, but he's just a little bitty short thing. But he's so fast. So maybe he has a little hope. But I love to fish. If I can go hunting sometime, that'd be great. I never have time for it. So but I love being outdoors. So
you said you're a sports fan. I have to ask, who are your teams?
Oh man,
I don't have any Texas teams, so I don't really care.
Okay, well, I mean, of course, the Texas Rangers. Okay. I've actually sang the national anthem for them 4 times now, and I'm hoping to get in again this year. And then I do love the Cowboys. They just kind of keep letting me down a little bit, but I will say my second favorite team was the Chiefs, and not because of Taylor Swift. They honestly, I know Patrick Mahomes and his family. He's a East Texas boy. He's from Tyler.
We had one of the people I work with grew up in his hometown.
They're great people. So it's just cool to know a Texas boy out there, living his dream. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. There's so much connection out there with, like, I feel like Texas is just the next well, not even the next big boom. It's like the place to be right now,
Yeah.
and it'll be the place to be
It is.
forever, just because it's,
Yeah.
you know, you got so much going on, and even where you're based out of, it's hour to Dallas, probably about 4 to Houston,
Yeah.
and you know, you're just
It's
kind
not
of
bad, but Texas is so big. Like,
Oh.
it's, oh my goodness gracious.
I remember the first time I drove through Texas. I lived out
Oh.
in New Mexico for 4 years, and my parents were in Florida. And this will be a quick story. So basically, I was on my way back, and my mom calls me. She's like, "Oh, where are you at?" And I was like, "Oh, we're just entering. I think we were in Beaumont or something.
Yeah.
And we were just entering Texas." And she's like, "Oh, so you're almost home?" And I was like, "No, we've still got 12 hours." She's like, "What?" And it's like, "Yeah, you don't realize how big Texas is."
It's crazy. Like, I cannot even tell you. Like, Texas is, and it's crazy because Texas is not like a lot of states. So, like, I played a show in, like, West Virginia. So I flew into Pittsburgh, and you can literally go from Pittsburgh to Ohio to West Virginia within, like, literally 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you can go through 3 states in 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and not Texas. You can't.
Nope.
You can't do that.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. But really appreciate your time.
Yes, thank
if
you.
Anybody wants to check out your music, interact with you on social, all
Yeah.
that fun stuff, where can they find you?
So you can go to BillieJoJones.com. That's BILLIEJO Jones.com. And you can click all the links. It'll take you to my Instagram, my TikTok, my Facebook. And I still comment and interact with people. So, like, I made a funny TikTok the other day. It's like, if you're seeing this, you found a upcoming artist that still replies to comments. And
Nice.
it kind of blew up a little bit on TikTok. So
Nice.
I've been commenting back with people, and I love it. I love people and love meeting new fans. So
Nice.
come see a show sometime.
I did see that. I don't think I'm following you on TikTok, but I
Yeah.
think I saw that randomly pop up
Yes.
on TikTok. So I'm trying to be better about
funny.
it, but you know.
Yeah, TikTok's hard.
Anyways, really appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you all here in a bit.